play Shadow. No, thank you. No, thank you. I said no, thank you. I said no, thank you. Okay.
The annoying younger sibling. Maybe you had one growing up, or maybe you were one. Even if you were an only child, chances are you know all about these types. They're a very popular character archetype in just about every form of media, and in this video, we're going to be talking all about them. If you'd like to see more of this series, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Keep in mind here that we're not talking about intense sibling rivalries here. Generally, the characters who fit the annoying younger sibling trope have too big of an age gap with the main character to truly become rivals with them. No, these are the characters who constantly pop up just to wreak havoc or bother their big sibling. The annoying younger sibling exists to harsh the vibe of our lead character by tattling on them, stealing their spotlight, ruining their dates, and things like that. Sitcoms love this dynamic. It goes all the way back to classic series like The Brady Bunch. Usually, the big happy family gets along, but there are a few times where the younger Bradys can't help but annoy the older ones. Cindy was the youngest out of all of them, so she was usually the one swooping in to be a pain in the butt. Like during the episode when she runs around, I've got a secret, when she finds out that Bobby got a kiss on the cheek from a girl. Bobby has had his fair share of moments where he bothers his big brothers too, like in the episode The Big Bet, where he can't stop challenging Greg to bets, and when Greg loses, he tags along and ruins his big date. Being a cockblock to their older sibling is typical annoying younger sibling behavior. Disney Channel originals have a lot of these types of dynamics too. There's Corey from That's So Raven, who annoys the entire family by constantly trying to scam them.
Why do you always have to follow me? I was using your big head to block out the sun.
Matt from Lizzie McGuire, who loves to annoy his older sister Lizzie. And Lewis from Even Stevens is the king of causing trouble for his straight-laced sister Ren.
Wow! Lee, it's the bride of Flossenstein!
You are the most infuriating.
There are even a few subversions of the typical trope with Disney shows like The Wizards of Waverly Place, where our main character is actually the annoying younger sister. Alex Russo, the show's lead, loves to harass her brother Justin, who is the complete opposite of her.
What did you do?
Why? Just because something completely out of the ordinary happens doesn't mean I automatically had something to do with it.
Did you have something to do with it?
Yes.
To make things even more dramatic, all the Russo siblings eventually have to compete to see who will be allowed to carry their magic powers into adulthood. This gives Alex and Justin a Cain and Abel type dynamic, with Alex plotting Justin's magical demise. Oftentimes, the younger sibling is the opposite sex of the main character. So a male character might have a younger sister, and a female character might have a younger brother. In these dynamics, the opposite gender serves to really emphasize their differences and make them all the more combative with one another. If a female character has an annoying little brother, he's probably dirty and obnoxious, constantly grossing out his more proper older sister.
Quit doing that, Carl! You're gonna give Macy a heart attack! Breathe, Macy! Through the good nostril! I know you can't resist the smell of freshly clipped toenails, Carl, but we're busy, so if you don't mind... don't flatter yourself, Ginger.
If you're really unlucky, like Kim Possible, you might even have two little brothers to bother you while you're trying to do important stuff like save the world.
You trashed my room. You trashed my room! We needed your trilithium power cell. Here, you can have the rest back. You destroyed my communicator? To make some stupid toy? It's not a toy. It's a silicon phase disruptor, handheld. Give me my batteries, you dweebs. I'm not a dweeb. Dweeb. Twin dweeb. Dweeb squared.
Little sisters are more likely to be outwardly bratty than the little brother types, but they'll totally charm the pants off of anyone around them. Take DW from Arthur, who thinks annoying her older brother is a job.
I
I won't be annoying. I won't do anything that's annoying. If I'm even the little teeny, weeniest bit annoying, tell me and I'll stop because I don't want to be annoying.
Okay.
Please notice that I'm not being annoying.
Unfortunately for Arthur, everyone else seems to find her charming and cute. Sometimes, long-running television shows will suddenly introduce a new younger sibling to shake up the life of the main characters. This sort of thing will often happen if there's a family sitcom and the other kids start growing up. The most notable example of this is when they introduced the 8-year-old cousin Oliver to the Brady Bunch after Cindy turned 12. The producers were looking to add another sibling-type kid into the mix so they could start doing annoying younger sibling-type episodes all over again.
Can I help? No, it's all right, Oliver. I can handle it. But I wanted the family now. I'm supposed to help.
Oliver, it's okay. I can get it.
Well, if you insist. Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
It's all right. Worst Dad can do is kill me.
Of course, Cousin Oliver ended up annoying the entire audience and not just his new housemates. The Partridge Family tries to add a new character named Ricky into its final season as well.
Hi. Hi.
We're rehearsing.
I know. I'm watching you.
Do you live around here?
Yep.
I haven't seen you here before.
I know. I've been living here about an hour.
Again, the idea was to bring in a new younger sibling-type character to bring back the old dynamic. And again, they did this by introducing a kid who wasn't really a sibling but functioned like one. They call this phenomenon of adding in newer, younger characters the Cousin Oliver syndrome, and it didn't really catch on. Audiences typically receive these types of characters very poorly. Maybe the most bizarre example of a younger sibling appearing mid-series is in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when Season 5 suddenly introduces Buffy's little sister Dawn, a teenager who is definitely not around in any of the earlier seasons.
What are you doing here?
Buffy, if you're going out, why don't you take your sister?
Mom!
A more successful example of this, and a one that actually introduced a real blood-related sibling instead of a neighbor, cousin, or supernatural being, is Rugrats. In the Rugrats movie, Tommy Pickles is given a new baby brother, Dill. Unlike the other babies, Dill cannot talk and often throws tantrums and yells.
This is your brother, Dylan. Dill, this is Tommy. Baby. See? They already love each other.
The movie focuses on Tommy's gradual acceptance of his new brother. It works much better than the previous examples because it feels a lot more natural than suddenly having a cousin move into the household or a neighbor start showing up to the house. The Rugrats series kept on going after the movie too, with Dill added to the main cast. He even appeared in the sequel All Grown Up. In that series, he could speak and ended up being pretty close to Tommy, thus losing his annoying younger bro badge. Now, there are quite a few younger siblings that go beyond just annoying and upgrade to full-on terrorizing. The first example that comes to mind is Megan. She loves to torture her older brothers and call them boobs, and some of her pranks would totally cause serious injuries if this wasn't a lighthearted Nickelodeon comedy.
Give me the remote.
I don't think so, Megan. In fact, why don't you just run up to your... Hey!
Of course, all of that is nothing compared to the insane sibling relationships going on in the Game of Thrones. Lots of these characters are straight up murdering their family members or sleeping with them. But even the comparatively light-hearted pranks in the series are still pretty darn evil. Like when Tyrion Lannister brags about the time he ejaculated into his sister's soup as a joke.
When I was 12, I milked my eel into a pot of turtle stew. I flogged the one-eyed snake. I skinned my sausage. I made the bald man cry. into the turtle stew, which I do believe my sister ate. At least I hope she did. I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel.
Silence! What happened next?
Or there's Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who has an annoying younger sibling relationship with Zuko, and she does this classic little sister cockblock, interrupting Zuko right as he goes to kiss Mai.
Zuko, could I have a word with you?
Can't you see we're busy?
And, of course, if you know anything about the series, you know that she also eventually tries to kill Zuko, too. So, you know, she gets to be a little bit more than just annoying to him. There are so many examples of these types of relationships throughout movies and TV, and they can range from minor comic relief characters to prominent main characters. There are probably a few examples of irritating little brothers or snooty little sisters that we miss, so be sure to drop a comment with any of your favorite examples. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it.